Hi, it's Kat here. I'm in Chewton Mendip, and we are looking at some effigies that I've got plotted on my map. I've got some information here from the church, but as you can see behind me, we've got a lord and a lady, and in a moment I'll spin the camera around for you to actually have a look at them. We've got some really nice details here for you to look at, and she's got some really nice details on her too, really unusual ones, but I'll read the church details for you first. All right, I'll just turn the camera around. Okay, so we'll go into details in a minute so you can all have a lovely look at the lovely details here. But it says here from the church details beside the tomb that the architecture of the tomb agrees with the date of the death of William Lord Bonville, son of Sir William Bonville of Shute in Devon. But it says further down that the arms of the Bonville are bands, and those on the jupon of the figure are 3 lions rampant, which we'll have a look at his lordship in a minute to look at the 3 lions rampant. And the arms of St. George of the insignia are on his camail. The insignia seems to identify the effigies of those of Sir Henry Fitzroger and Dame Elizabeth, his wife. And it also says here that it explains the cross on his throat. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick squiz over his lordship, which Richard, my lordship, has found really interesting details. As you can already see, you've got some beautiful scale mail here. But what's really, really nice on this one is if I come in closer, you can actually see some mail here. Can you see that there? That's really nice here on the actual greaves. Some nice details here too on the spurs, and there are other sabatons. Really nice details as we go up here. As you can see on the knees. And that mark there is, we think, the remains of what would have been the belt to rest upon during carving too. So we've got some knee details, beautiful belt details. I'll go into the actual belt. You can see that lovely detail here and that there. Beautiful belt of plates there, sadly smashed. We've got some beautiful maille and some dagging on the surcote. Some people call it frouncing, some people call it dagging. There's also references for it to be called moon dagging or shield dagging as well. So we'll go around here. And then something his lordship's quite intrigued about is this. Is this a tie or a chain? Possibly a tie considering the loop, and possibly a baldric hanging here at some point, which is now gone. So we've got some beautiful knee detail there with the greaves, and I'll go over the other side. It's quite dark in this church, I'm afraid. Sorry, folks. You see that over there? See if I can get there. Okay, we've got some lovely details. Reach across there. Okay, I don't think that's remains of colour, because there's none in the others, but there's like a goldy colour there. And then we go up to the beautiful heraldry that was described. We've got some lovely lions there, gorgeous feet detail going across with the tail. Absolutely lovely. Up to the gauntlets, beautiful detail on the gauntlets and the cuffs. So I think that's his lordship coming in. There we go, and some more detail of the heraldry on the surcoat of the lion, going to the wonderful maille detail, high status effigy with the maille detail, and you can actually see the cut of the jupon there before we go to the shoulder of the armour. There's the elbows there for you. I'll go up here. There's the shield of St. George on his throat. Fingers are smashed, sadly. And then we've got the maille on the bassinet, which is really, really nice. It's got a lovely tache there. His nose is gone, but you can clearly see his nose. Then over here, we have his bassinet, and we have a circlet or a chaplet over the top. Beautiful details here with the staples. And then we've got all the detail here. Very similar to an effigy in Devon. We've got some fantastic mini tassels here and over this side here, which actually threads through the staples going around the bassinet and ends in a nice tassel. Absolutely gorgeous detail, which his lordship has on his bassinet. And then we have this wonderful floral circlet going right round, possibly some pearls or some brass details here. Nice flowers here, 5-petal flowers at the centre. And then I absolutely love this bit. Look at that bassinet. Oh, sorry, that great helm, not bassinet. That's the bassinet with a gorgeous point. Here we have the great helm here with the beautiful details on the eye slit and the nose. 3 tassels coming off the actual mantle. It's quite a short mantle. Some have been carved with a nice one. It's got some here going around here on an angle, 45-degree angle coming down with lovely dagging, same dagging which is on his surcoat. Goes all the way around. Just be careful because I keep falling here in this church for some reason. So there's another tassel there with the dagging at the back, dagging, and in there, there's not even details of usually the leather. There's nothing on that for you guys. So that's 5 minutes on the night. Okay, we'll go quickly around here to show you his crest. He's got a lovely awl or borlet of twisted padding there going around the actual top of the, if I turn the camera that way you can see it a bit better. There we go. Got a lovely detail there. There's the lovely point of the bassinet. And over here we have fantastic fan crest. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Over the top of the great helm. You can see all this beautiful twisting here on his awl or part of his mantle going down there. All right, so there's the gent, the Lord, and the other side of his bassinet with the circlet and his hands and the heraldry. And again, maille detail underneath the jupon, surcote, and then the shoulders. Really beautiful effigy here, really stunning, which we didn't expect at all. Absolutely stunning. So we're on to the lady now, which is really interesting for me. So we've kept the boys happy, let's keep the girls happy. Let's actually document the lady here. So we have a square headdress, which is really, really nice. It says in the church details that we are looking at about 1380. She died later than his lordship, Lord Fitzroger. We're looking at Lady Elizabeth's square headdress. We've got a beautiful veil detail. There's no detail or anything on this other than copious folds. We have a fold back here, so they're almost like a hood front coming back, and we've got the details here of a point. So this would have been flapping forward with a point coming down, and then as it folds back, we've got a lovely sharp edge going all the way around here to this side too on this square headdress. Really, really nice details. Okay, so there's her lovely face, which I'm really finding tricky to get to. So we've got a lovely square veil, quite close to the cheeks, quite close to the forehead as well. So we'll go around this way and look at the other details on her. That's quite a long video, so apologies guys, I only like to do 5-minute ones. So we're going up this step, which keeps catching me out. As you can see, that's what I'm talking about. Can you see the actual fold of almost like a hood front? Flips forward, but it's cut on a diagonal. And then we have the piece underneath, which is really, really nice. Got the nice folds. There's her face. There, she's got her wimple coming up over her chin, just under her bottom lip there. And she's got some lovely, lovely carved folds on her veil. Sorry, my arms are over you. And then here, what's really interesting for me is the fluting of a barb veil, which possibly could denote that she, again, with the church records, well, she was a widow. She died after Sir Roger, And this veiling could show that she actually did. It was denoted in her carving, which is really quite sweet. What's nice about this particular wimple is actually it comes over the top of her gown. You can see the edge of it there before it goes round, as you can see, and then you've got all the folds of the veil coming here, quite a really detailed folds of the veil, and that actually is slightly shorter than her wimple that's going over her shoulders too, as you can see. It comes around this way. Now that leads us to these beautiful, lovely fine pleats going around her cloak, which is at shoulder level. Now we don't know if the actual cloak underneath the edge of the wimple have the folds going all the way up, or that's actually an actual saddle on the shoulder, which could be, and then these pleats are pleated into the saddle of the shoulder piece. But that is a really nice feature. Shows lovely full cloak, which I find quite nice indeed, and it's followed over on the other side as well, which I can't get to, but trust me, it's over on the other side. These here are the cords coming down from her cloak underneath, which again is underneath these beautiful folds of her wimple, and these very fine pleats, these very fine pinches. Chaucer referred to them as pinches. So then when we look at her hands, possibly evidence of a ring there. It's nice to see that she's got some form, and the hands aren't too smashed. We've got an evidence of nails and things like that, which is nice, but no other rings. To me, this looks like she's got an undergown with quite a tight cuff, which comes up to her hands and then over her wrist there. There is no evidence of buttons here, but she's got another sleeve over the top here, which, as you can see, seems to be folded back to form a cuff. Now, Richard suggests that that possibly could be the remains of the rosary or not. I don't think so. I think it's another sleeve with a fold going over. And then we come down to the dress. There's no sideless. The dress is quite loose fitting. Again, it could be because she's got this loose fitting overgown with these sleeves, and she's wearing the tighter cote hardy with the trumpet cuffs underneath. Hope you can see that. So as we go down here, we've got the gorgeous folds of her cloak. I'm making sure I don't fall. Gorgeous folds of her cloak. We come down here and we've got these wonderful tassels. Absolutely gorgeous details on the tassels. There's the edge of the cloak, fruiting down here. So all these are the folds of a dress. A really full dress. So as you can see, that goes down here towards her shoes, which are absolutely beautiful. You can actually see the tips of her shoes. We've got a lion at the end of here, which could echo Lord Fitzroger's heraldry. They've both got lions at their feet. So 2 lions for his lordship Fitzroger and his wife. So we've got that there. So just peeking behind her lying here, her lion. Let me move around here carefully. You can actually see her toes poking through. There's one there, and there's one there, broken off more so here. This one's more broken. Beautiful folds of the gown, again folded, longer than the wearer. And there's the other toe there on the back of her lion, the haunch of the lion. Isn't that a beautiful effigy? She's absolutely gorgeous, and so is he. I'm just going to move back here so you guys can have a decent look at both of them. I'll put the camera up like that so you can see them. I hope you can see them. Absolutely gorgeous details. If you have time to come and see them, or if you're in the area, please do, because they're absolutely gorgeous. Really nice details on these, especially the tassels and the folds of the gown and the actual wimple and headdress. And again, beautiful details on Lord Fitzroger too, and beautiful maille detail and scale maille on the feet. Anyway, I'm going to sign off because this has gone into 13 minutes, which is quite a long video for me, but I hope you appreciate the video and I hope it helps you with your research like it does for me. Take care, guys. Bye.